Yo. So I'd like to tell you a story about how I escaped corporate. 2018. That was the lowest year of my life. Until then, life was pretty good. I went to good school, got good grades, and when I was 31 years old, I was the CEO of a tech company in San Francisco. I made over $200,000 US. I was getting invited to Las Vegas. I was in the same room as Mark Zuckerberg when he was still kind of cool. Life was great. Life was amazing. Until it wasn't. In 2016, the mobile tech bubble had bursted. I lost my job. I lost my home. I lost my visa. And I had to go back to Tokyo, feeling like an absolute failure. And when I got back to Tokyo, I just wanted to bounce back hard. I wanted to prove to myself that I wasn't a failure as fast as possible. So I joined a startup. I met the founder and he told me how innovative and creative and dynamic they were. And he wanted me to join. So I was like, yeah, hey, I'm there. I'm going to prove to you I'm awesome. And unfortunately, it didn't take me long to realize that it was just another sales company. They tracked how many calls I made every day, how many meetings I went to every day. And they just gave me this monthly sales target that just went up and up and up and up. And within 1 year, I joined the company. I was depressed. I was even more depressed than when I failed in the US. And that's when I built an addiction to online games. I used to play League of Legends until 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning every night. Then I'd get up at 7, I'd go to this company that I didn't want to go to. And when I got there, I went to the toilets maybe 4 or 5 times a day, sat there and just watched YouTube. That was the rock bottom, the lowest point of my life. And look, life sucked. But one morning, just all disappeared. It was a morning, November 2018. It was just another morning. I was in a sales meeting of like 200-300 people. And the executive would be at the front with his microphone, like the Wolf of Wall Street, and be like, well done, guys. We hit another record sales again. Well done. Give yourselves a clap. He'd get really excited every week. And I used to sit at the back. I'd just be like, yeah, well done, guys. In front of me were 200-300 salespeople, all wearing black suits and tie, and they'd be clapping, yeah, we hit it. Well done, guys. And I'll be at the back, just like, man, this is so stupid. Why are we clapping at numbers on the wall? Isn't it stupid? Why do I care if we hit record numbers? It's not like we're going to get a salary rise. And we didn't. Anyway, I'd always be complaining. But this day I was different. I thought to myself, hang on a minute. Maybe the executive is good at business. Maybe he was born to do business. Maybe that's why he gets excited by numbers. I don't get excited by numbers because I wasn't born to be a business person. I was meant to be something else. I'm just in an environment where I'm not meant to be. That's why I'm not thriving. It's not me, it's the environment. But so for the first time in my life, I questioned myself for being in corporate. And for the first time in my life, I stopped blaming someone else. And I focused on myself. What can I do? And that day I made a promise to myself that I will post something on Instagram every day before I start playing online games. And I followed through. Every day I would post something on Instagram. I always had a passion for sports, particularly soccer. So I posted soccer content on Instagram every day. And after 6 weeks, I had 3,000 followers. I couldn't believe it. Well, I wasn't even a designer and I was just learning, watching YouTube, and I had 3,000 followers. So I went through. After another 6 weeks, I had 6,000 followers. And I posted everything I did on Instagram, on Twitter, and I had 3,000 followers there. So I had 9,000 followers in 3 months. Couldn't believe it. That's when I doubled down. I did Instagram, I did Twitter, wrote blogs. I actually made 3 sports websites. And exactly 1 year after I made that decision, I started YouTube. And with a mate of mine, I remember after making 3 or 4 videos, I told my mate, you know what? Maybe I was born to do YouTube. I was getting like 8 views. So, nothing was there to suggest that I was born to do YouTube, but I was just editing myself and I was looking at myself. I'm like, hey, I look pretty good on this camera. Like, I look interesting. I'm an entertainer by heart. So I felt like I found my path and I doubled down. And within 1 year, I was making more money on YouTube than in corporate. So I left. And that was 4 years ago. And I've never looked back. And that's my story of how I left corporate to become a YouTuber.